Hello, and welcome to episode number 5 of the Cheap Guitar Collective with my friend Shane.
Hi.
And
Hi.
Today we've got his... what is it?
It is a Dean Zielinski, but it's like kind of like the Squire version of it. It's a DBZ. The only thing I could find online about it is from like Chinese sellers. It's a Chinese copy. Costs about £400, so it's not the cheapest, but obviously compared to Dean Zielinski's like signatures, which is their private label guitars, they're more around the £1,000 range.
Oh damn.
So it's still a cheap for what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, how would you describe it?
It's kind of a mix between like a PRS and a Gibson. It's got like the body of a PRS and like the neck of a Gibson. It feels like a nice little hybrid.
Yeah, because you'll see in the like the overdub videos that it's got a really nice kind of carve in the wood, a lot like PRS's, and the sunken tone volume knobs. But the hardware on that thing is heavy.
Oh yeah, it's probably the heaviest guitar I've ever owned. It's when people pick it up and see if they can play it, they actually do kind of struggle at first. They're like, shit, like.
I think it may actually be heavier than a Les Paul.
I wouldn't doubt that, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd put money on it.
Because
I've got that, so we can
from the
test
looks
it.
of things, even though we can't verify or find any information about it, I think it most likely is like a mahogany. It looks like a 3-piece mahogany body with a set neck and a maple cap, or like a 1/4-inch maple top. But the flame maple is amazing on it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's almost transparent, almost.
Yeah.
It's got quite a nice little. Yeah.
Do you know what pickups are in it?
I think they're actually the custom ones that come with every model. They're like the actual
Okay,
stock
so like
ones.
Dean.
They're
stock
humbuckers. I know they're humbuckers,
Yeah.
but they're stock with every Dean Zielinski.
Okay. So what's the story behind it?
I saw it online at Around About Sound 5-6 years ago now.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rip. But I saw it and they were selling it for about £400, and I thought, you know what, I need a new guitar. I loved the look of it, and I went in and played it for about 20 minutes, and I just fell in love with it immediately. Asked them like how much they could do it for, because I didn't really have £400. They did it for £350 with a free case.
That's not bad.
And I've loved it ever since. Like, it's been my main guitar for everything and anything I've ever done. I've just used this guitar.
Yeah. So what did you have before that?
Before this was my Ibanez Geo, the GSA 60, the purpley, sparkly one.
Yeah.
That was the last guitar I had before that. I have other guitars like on the side, like my 7-string and obviously my Les Paul, but this is my main, kind of like my baby.
Yeah. Have you written anything or done any gigs and stuff with it?
Haven't done any gigs yet, but I did do a recording with it, but I don't think anywhere went with it. It was for someone's college work.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so what interests me about this guitar is the fact that I've never fucking seen one at all, ever. And it's unbelievably heavy. It's got a metal logo, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's metal as well.
Yeah, that's a metal bridge cover. And it's clearly one of the top of the range cheaper models from Dean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
it's better than most Deans that you get now. Most like if you got like a Dean, like I can't really remember the MLs and all that.
Yeah, because they're made in a different factory now,
Yeah.
I think, than the original American-made Deans.
Yeah, it's a lot better quality than them though. Because I've played like Razorbacks and stuff, and this is miles above any what they could be.
Yeah. Are they Grover tuners on that?
Wouldn't have.
Do they say Grover on them?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They are. Never looked that far into it.
That's how you know it's not the cheapest one, definitely. But it's definitely got jumbo frets. 24?
Yeah, 24.
24 frets, nice. And yeah, so how long have you had it?
5-6 years now.
5-6 years. Yeah. It needs a clean.
Oh, definitely. I haven't taken the strings off since I bought it. I know that's terrible, and I know everyone's going to hate me for that. But it's just laziness and lack of being able to actually do so. Like, I don't have anything to properly clean a neck with. Yeah. I don't have the money to take it in to be cleaned, so it's just I've kind of kept it how it is since I bought it. The only thing I actually cleaned recently was the pickups, because they were getting quite they weren't shiny, put it that way.
Yeah. So would you say that buying that guitar has improved your playing?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I would, because obviously my guitars before this, the necks were just like the strings were about a mile away from the fretboard on most of my other guitars, and
Standard cheap guitars.
yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously trying to adjust the truss rod on any of them just completely fucked it. Buying this, like the action is perfect, I'd say, for any playing really.
Yeah.
You can play nice clean stuff and you can play really heavy kind of
And
chuggy stuff.
Even though I haven't changed the strings in 5 or 6 years, it actually plays fine. To be fair, other than obviously the strings being a bit grubby, the frets are still pretty much polished.
Oh yeah.
When you had it,
And
I'm sure they were polished by a roundabout sound when you bought it in the first place.
Yeah.
But they've still managed to keep it. I mean, stainless steel frets on the guitar in that kind of price range, it's hard to come by these days.
I mean, it stayed in tune the whole car journey as well, which I was surprised with.
Yeah, half an hour bumpy car journey and it stayed in tune.
I maybe had to twist a little bit, but apart from that, it's fine.
Yeah. Awesome. Right, so if we hear some clean tones. Okay, so from that, I think we can tell that it rocks. It's not quite gent.
No, it doesn't gent. Definitely doesn't gent.
It needs another string for gent.
I've tried putting it into drop B, drop A, and it just doesn't work.
Slinky's about all over the place. Yeah, so like even in clean tones, they're quite bassy but jazzy at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's I think that's due to like the heavy body, the heavy neck. It's very gives it a nice, clean, bassy tone.
I mean, we're not getting into the tone wood debate, but they don't do anything. It all sounds the same. No, but it's definitely got more sustain with the heavier stuff as well. I think anyway, but yeah, the pickups, they sound great, and they're definitely not cheap, as you can hear.
They are good. They are very good pickups. Definitely better than I would say those EMGs.
Oh yeah.
I'd go as far to say that, but I prefer passive over active. I'm very biased when it comes to pickups.
I think that comes from a kind of classic guitar background. Like I'm all a fan of pointy stuff, but having decent, nice finished guitars like this one, much prefer that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a lot smoother as well. Like it's weirdly thin. Obviously, you think it's going to be quite a thick, heavy guitar, like most kind of heavy guitars are.
It's got the weight of a thick, heavy guitar.
But it's round here. It just gets so like the cut off is just ridiculous.
It's real nice. Okay, so all in all, the Dean DBZ
hardtail, I think that's what they call it.
Hardtail, okay. From a anonymous Chinese factory. The price of £350 originally, from a roundabout sound in Cheltenham, which doesn't exist anymore. It's it's a really good deal for that price. I don't know what. Did you ever find any what they were originally or not?
The closest I could find was DBZ did a Infinity Modal series or Modinal series, which looks pretty similar to this, but the tuning knobs are a little bit different. The frets look a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
They come to around $600. I found $600-700.
Right.
So it's got that price. It's got a high price point.
Yeah. So obviously 5 or 6 years ago, this would have been almost brand new.
Oh, definitely.
So
most of the dirt is my dirt. So.
Oh, you love it. Everyone loves it. It's fine. So yeah, 350 quid for that guitar is an absolute bargain, in my opinion. I played expensive guitars and that plays better than a lot of them.
Definitely.
It feels a lot better than a lot of them, and the headstock is huge. I like big headstocks. Yeah.
It's got that's actually built into the wood. It's not like just stuck on. It's like built into the wood as well, which is quite
that's really
interesting.
Cool. Well, Dean have always been a good manufacturer of stuff like that, like the Dimebag signature one.
Yeah.
Didn't you have?
I had the Mini ML Dimebag.
Yeah.
So it was
how does the Mini one compare to this?
The Mini was shit. Honestly, I will openly say it was probably the worst guitar I've ever owned.
All right.
It was.
I thought you might actually say, oh, it's kind of the same, but no.
No, this is miles above what that ML was, because it was like the dinky child's version. So I was about 13, 14 when I had that one, and that was just obviously for the time, like the neck was half as thin as this was, so you had 6 strings within about 5 strings on this.
It also looked a bit childish, didn't it?
Yeah, with the lightning on.
Yeah, I mean only Dimebag could really get away with that.
And I definitely was not a Dimebag at 13.
It's still not. I'm sorry to say, it's still not Dimebag.
It didn't even have a whammy bar on it, that ML.
Oh no. So, yeah, that was guitar number 5, and yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and the rest. Thank you. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.